Hey there, budding botanists. I'm Aaron.
I'm Evie.
And we're just a couple of backyard botanists, and this is Botany for Kids. And today we're talking about family whose flower is right over Evie's face right here. What family are we talking about today, Evie?
Apiaceae.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what about the common name?
Carrot.
We're talking about the carrot or parsley family that we call
You don't eat carrots, like, you know.
Apiaceae. Some of you all probably eat carrots. Evie, do you eat a lot of carrots? That might be the first carrot she's eaten in months.
Yeah.
So, today we're going to talk about how we go from wild carrots to the carrots we find in the store. You want to tell them about how we get... So, first, let's look up close. Show them these roots for me.
They're wet.
Show them these roots. Kind of a little close. So these are the roots of the wild carrot. And you guys know what carrots from the grocery store look like. You want to tell them how we go from those roots to these roots?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's something called natural selection.
Natural selection, and when humans do it, we call it artificial selection, right?
Yeah.
Or breeding. And so how do we go from those little roots to these big roots?
So, you take, like, seeds from a flower, and then you plant them. After those grow, you pick the one that's the biggest or has the biggest roots. After that, and you keep doing that until you get like, oh, this one's big, and it also has a good color.
Yeah.
So I'll pick that to, like, go and give to the store.
Very, very good. So over years, what we do is we choose plants with the biggest, juiciest roots, and we collect their seeds, and we only plant those seeds until they get bigger and bigger and juicier, and we bred the carrots that we know today, right? It takes years and years to do this process that we call artificial selection, okay? So you may see wild carrots growing on the side of the road, because these are an invasive weed all over the place, even though we've used them to make a pretty healthy and useful vegetable. Now we got to be careful, because this carrot also looks like a really, really poisonous plant called poison hemlock, all right? Now another name... We talked about that before. So poison hemlock has a purple stem that's smooth, whereas this has a hairy stem. See if you can show them that.
The hairy stem?
Show the stem up close. See if you can see that. So the fancy botany word for the stem that's hairy is called pubescent. But poison hemlock, which we did not collect any of because it's super, super poisonous, has a smooth purple stem. The word for smooth in botany is called glabrous.
Also, this has been lost.
Also, we've washed our carrots.
Not eating this ability.
So let's take a closer look at the flowers of the carrot family. All right, so let's take a closer look at some of the parts in plants in the carrot family, or Apiaceae. Here, we've got the inflorescence, or flower type, in wild carrot, and we call this a compound umbel. It's also a type of cyme, because the flowers on the end, in this case, the ones on the outside, flower first. If we zoom in really close, you can see these flowers on the outside are blooming, and some of the ones on the inside haven't opened up yet. Now remember, flowers turn into fruit. And if we look over here, we can see some of the fruits in another flower that's in a plant in the carrot family. This is from Golden Alexander. This is a carrot family plant that bloomed early in the spring and is already making fruit. These little fruits right here are called dry fruits. They stay pretty dry. These particular kind are called schizocarps. When they dry out, they break off and break apart and then bounce around until they land somewhere else that they can grow. We also see another key characteristic of plants in the carrot family, and that's roots that look like this, big and thick. We call these roots fusiform. These are the roots that we kept picking to get bigger and bigger for the carrots that we like to eat, using the process that we call artificial selection.
What's up?
What's up, Doc? I don't know if any of you all remember Bugs Bunny, but when I was a kid, he was a pretty popular cartoon character. He always used to eat carrots. So, it's going to be way too chewy for me to talk. Tell them about characteristics of plants in the carrot family, or Apiaceae. Show them up close on the camera.
Well, to start,
We can't see, baby.
I know. Well, to start, they have leaves that look like ferns.
Yep, we've got fern-like leaves,
Fuzzy stems.
fuzzy stems that are called pubescent,
And flowers that are called umbels because they look kind of like a little umbrella.
Yep, umbrella. The common name for wild carrot is also called Queen Anne's lace. And remember,
You know who Queen Anne
it
is.
can look like a really poisonous plant that we call poison hemlock. So you always got to be careful if you see a flower like this. Make sure it doesn't have a purple stem that's smooth, okay?
Sorry, there was a timer.
We forgot our outro. So, it's the middle of the summer. It's a good time to look for flowers. On the side of the road, especially when you're riding around, you may see some wild carrots or some of those flowers that have those white tops or those umbels. You can also grab a responsible adult,
Unlike him.
head outside, and look for some flowers as well. Maybe on a day when it's not 100 degrees outside.
Not poison hemlock.
Not poison hemlock. Maybe on a day when it's not 100 degrees outside, as it's been super hot,
Nothing poisonous.
which is why we haven't recorded a video in a while, but today it's a little overcast. So, as always, I'm Aaron.
I'm Evie, and this is Bob Ross Treatment.
These are Bob Ross treatments. This has been a particularly chaotic episode. And this is
Botany for
Kids.
Kids.